Shark vs Dolphins and why the way you lead is what's holding you back. In this video, I want to introduce you to a new paradigm of leadership and scaling, a paradigm that is helping my clients and me grow smoother, more profitably, and with far more peace. I'm so excited on this episode because this new paradigm is really the basics and like the eye-opening on how to scale without burning out. So stay with me until the end. This is a really beautiful video and a really beautiful image that I'm going to share with you that I hope will stay with you while you're doing your work. This video is part of a series of videos about scaling your business without losing your soul that is based on my book Billion Dollar Purpose that you can find in this description. So feel free to grab it if you want. And this is the third video. So if you just landed here without watching the full series, you're very welcome. It's totally okay. And if you've been following this series from the beginning, welcome back. Because in the last episode, we have unpacked the 5 biggest myths keeping founders stuck in burnout cycles. And even if you drop those beliefs that we've talked about, and if you're curious, you can watch this video later. Something else can still sabotage your growth, even if you unpack the myths about scaling. And this something else is the way you lead, the way you show up, the way you make your decisions, the way you relate to your team. This is so powerful. And you have probably been told that the way to scale is to hustle harder, to control more, to move faster, to be a shark, to be always awake. But what if that model that got you here is the one keeping you stuck today? What if that model of being a shark is the one that's draining you, draining your energy, and getting you out of your mission just for the sake of following operations and not having your business fall apart? Because just probably doing it out of care, just the way of doing it is the way everyone is teaching. So I want to show you another way. And I'm really happy that you landed on this video. So I want to start with my story, and because it's important to relate to someone's story, and so that it's a learning that you can understand not only with your mind, but also with your heart, and you can say, oh, okay, I get it. So this is my goal here. In my previous life, as a strategy consultant, I used to be a strategy consultant, and I used to work with Fortune 100 CEOs, advising them on their strategy. It was a big company, which is really renowned. It's called Oliver Wyman. And we used to build like brilliant growth plans, big vision, market expanding roadmap, things that are really bold and really well thought and well documented. So no worries on that. But behind the scene, I saw things that felt like exhausting for my clients, and it's frustrating is the word, right? I was frustrated for my clients. I was frustrated for the work that I put out there. Why is it not being implemented? And the behind the scene was like, I saw talents quietly living. I saw strategies not getting implemented. I saw leaders that I work with being tired, and even the most successful ones. And truthfully, so I was. So I was burning out, not because I didn't care, but because I was still operating from an outdated model. And this outdated model is control equals success. So the more I pushed, the more I planned, the more I tried to carry everything, the more everything cracked. And I started seeing the same pattern again and again on my clients. Founders, leaders, CEOs, head of business units, succeeding on the surface, but quietly collapsing underneath. That's when I started like teaching what I know call like your leadership operating system, right? You have the operation and leadership operating system. It's like you have your tools, but then let's train also the hands. And the hands is the invisible pattern behind how you lead, how you relate, and how you scale. And let me share with you this image that I hope that will help you because it's helped me so much. There is two ways of leading. There is what I call the shark leadership and the dolphin leadership. So the shark leadership, shark, they dominate, they swim fast and alone. They lead with pressure, with fear, and they believe that control equals stability. Can it work? Yes, it can work and it works. But the question is not if it works. The question if I like the way it works and if it's the only solution. So what I found out, like people who that are witnessed, they seem exhausted, alone, and they take high risks because everything relies on them. So yes, you can do it, but if you want to scale without burnout, if you want to scale without losing your soul, this is probably why you're in the video. So this is not the only way. I want to share with you an alternative. And the alternative is an alternative where people don't leave you, where your culture doesn't break, where you keep your trust, because all that, you don't have it with the shark, right? People leave, culture breaks, trust erodes, and you become the bottleneck. So if you want an alternative, let me share with you something that I love. And because I'm a surfer, because I love the beach, and I love also dolphins. And when I surf, like if dolphins are around me, I'm in heaven. If I have a shark around me, I'm in hell. So dolphins leadership. And this is not just a woohoo thing or, for little kids. Or no. This is really a real way of leadership that drives business results. And we're going to go into the factual business results in the later videos. But let me share with you the principle here. Dolphins, they move with intelligence and purpose. When you see dolphins, you see them together. They collaborate. They navigate complex systems with ease. You may find also like a group of dolphins attacking a shark. This happens. They are very smart animals. They don't force, they attract, right? When you are around dolphins, how you feel? You feel safe, you feel joyful, and you want to play with them. You want to build with them your business. They build with trust. If you do it like dolphins, you'll build with trust, you'll build with alignment. And when you do this dolphin move and you have people around you, you scale far less friction. You would scale, I repeat it, with far less friction. This doesn't mean stop being decisive. This means a smarter and a more regenerative way to lead, one that amplifies your ideas, people around you, instead of carrying everything yourself. So imagine yourself being in this body of a dolphin. How do you feel? You feel joy, you feel the sun is here, you feel people around you, you feel you're not alone. This is how I want you to feel while you're building your business. This is exactly how I want you to feel. This is what is scaling your business without losing your soul. I want you to feel like a part of something, then you can have fun, and then you're doing something purposeful, and then you also enjoy in your life and everything that goes around it, right? So this goes with another metaphor that I love as well to share, is the boat builders and the surfers builders. So boat builders are, again, like sharks, they want control. They plan every bolt, every beam, they overhire, they overstructure, they overthink. But when the market shifts or something happens that is not what they have planned, they sink. We've seen it. People raising money, overhiring to go into a certain speed, but then the boat sinks because it was not the right direction to go to. And sometimes it's normal because your business adapts and market shifts so fast that you cannot, plan everything. And this is really okay. But then don't build a boat, right? If everything shifts, don't build a boat. There is another way of doing it. It's the surfer's way. Surfers, on the other hand, what they do, they ride the wave. They stay present. They tuned in. They don't overbuild. They stay flexible. And they scale through responsiveness, not rigidity. Really important. And the part that most founders miss is like, even investors, they bet on surfers. They're looking for founders who can stay agile, attract top talents, and scale through adaptability. Talent also bet on surfers. They want to be included in a company that is not rigid, that moves, especially like those new generations. And clients, they also want something that is new. So if you're really rigid, how can it be new and fresh each time? Or at least feel that it's new and fresh each time. Difficult when you have a big boat because it means building another boat and building another boat. So this is really heavy. So this wasn't just theory for me. When I became a mom, I went through deep personal loss as well. And I left the corporate world. And I realized I could no longer lead like a shark. I don't want to. And the Dolphin Way is working for me very well, right? So hustling 16 hours a day or 20 hours a day, no. Working a weekend, no. I want also to raise my kids and I want to spend time with them, but still deliver value for my clients and have a business that don't only rely on me to do so and only rely on my energy to do so, because my energy fluctuates. And I want my client to be satisfied all the time, even when my energy fluctuates. So if you have a life and you have a business and you want that those two work together, then probably the dolphin and the surfer will be a method that will work better for you without burnout. So I changed and I started building with alignment, not with adrenaline. I started building with clarity instead of chaos. And I started building with presence instead of pressure. And then everything shifted. Everything shifted. It's so crazy. It's more ease. It's easy. I'm recording this video. I know that I may have some English mistake. I may have something that is misplaced, and it's really okay. I'm not going to record it 10 times because I know that my presence is here and that all my love for this work is here during this video, and this like does all the work, right? So more ease, more results, because people will feel you and not just hear you. More peace, because your business doesn't rely only on your shoulders, but you have so many other shoulders that can hold. And most importantly, something that you can sustain over time, so that you can build a business that grows with you over time. And this is what led me to create the $1 billion purpose approach. And this method is built for founders who want to scale with clarity, people, and peace. So a method that helps you preserve your energy, that honors your people, that grows your valuation, that actually feels good to build. And it's built around 5 key shifts. And in the next few episodes, I'm going to walk you through each shift with the tools that I use with my clients to make it real inside your business. So before moving into the practical things and the strategies and the frameworks and all that, I want you to get something out of this video, and I want you to reflect on the way you lead today. Do you think that you're leading like a shark or a dolphin? There's no judgment here, to be honest. Like, there's no judgment whatsoever. Both of them works. If you're fine with the shark, if you're fine with the dolphin, both of them works. But I just want you to reflect so that you understand the way you lead, and then you start understanding why people react or respond in a certain way around you. And are you building a boat, or are you learning to surf? Those are my 2 questions for today. Because the way you lead could be either your bottleneck or your breakthrough. So if you want to go deeper, there is the book in the description. There is also the cheat sheet bundles that is free, and that is in this description, and that contains like all the framework that I use with my clients. So you can download the cheat sheet and start using it to scale your business. So now that we've seen the shift in leadership that changed everything, you may be wondering what's the full roadmap, how I can build a business that scales without me running out, without breaking my team, or losing my mission along the way. In the next episode, I'll walk you through the complete 5-step method I developed after 15 years of working with companies across industries of all sizes. It's the method I wish I had when I started, and it's helped me and founders and CEOs and leaders that I work with grow more profitably, more sustainably, and with more peace. I wish you a beautiful day, and see you maybe in the next video. Goodbye.